Just about a year ago, the Lord came to me when crazy is what I claim to be. No psychotherapist could take care of this demonic spirit that was hanging with me. Drinks, women, and Jodeci. I had friends then, but they ghosted me. Thought I wanted to win, I didn't know it then, but those evil spirits were coaching me. Why was I stuck on rap? Why did I trap? Why did I think the more crazy I get, the more trash I spit, they would listen to that? Spiritual influences. There's really no more signs that's hid. They're treating money like it's God. It shows you what times we're in. Sodom and Gomorrah will look at y'all like, yeah, I'm not with them. 2 Timothy 3 shows you how the times will end. They gonna be boastful with money, yeah. Lovers of themselves, yeah. Blasphemers, disobedient, do anything for wealth, yeah. Call evil good and good bad, have no self-control, yeah. They gonna be all about unholiness, not worried about their soul. They gonna be what happened? This generation's filled with crap that's leading you somewhere that's filled with black. You gonna be like...
What is going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? This is your boy Christian Israel, and it is Thursday, February 2nd. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're having a good day today, day. Are you having a good day today? Are you having a good day today? Hey, are you having a good day today? Are you having a good day today? I said, are you having a good day today? Hey, are you having a good day today? I say, are you having a good day today? Whoo, are you having a good day today? Good morning, guys. It is, what a day, what a day, what a day so far. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. XRP is actually breaking down right now, trying to hold just like the NASDAQ, which opened lower. I really wish I could do pre-markets for the NASDAQ. Let's start there. I wrote on the big board way over there. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to stand up real quick and show you. You know what that says? That says short the NASDAQ today. So we'll see. That's what I wrote. I wrote short the NASDAQ today. I mean, right now we see that, just to give you a little heads up, XRP is exactly rejecting off the 91 like we thought. It happened a little quicker, a little late, a little sooner this morning, like 7:45. Boom! Pre-market news, CPI drop, which is calculated percentage of inflation, is 7.5% this morning. 7.5% is their call on inflation. That is insane. I mean, people are surprised that it's that high. I really thought it was going to be higher. Gonna take you higher. Gonna take you high. That's what it feels like. You know why I get excited? Because the more that this happens, despite me, by the way, forgetting to close my long on XRP, I went long, trying to quick snipe, and then ran my daughter to school. Completely forgot to close the long. And then, of course, within the 20 minutes that I walked out, back tested, 39. But here's my thing. My stop was 84 cents. Just, so it doesn't get wrecked. If it wrecked and it went down to exactly... I'll tell you real quick. And this is how this works. 83.7. And my stop loss was 84 cents. So it knocked me out. And now we're sitting here at 86 cents. Not happy about that, because my long is above this area. But that's kind of how this market works. Good morning, bullish on XRP. How you doing, brother? I am definitely bullish on XRP. You know that if you're in this channel. But I also try to get the short movements and load up and, outside of just the normal margin trading. We also talk the news here because we need to deep dive and dig into some stuff. So it's some pretty good news today. We got a big show for you. We got 10 uses of distributed ledger technology case for the banks. Okay, and this is not something new. This is older. But we're going to go over that because we're seeing all this stuff, and we're going to announce, Russia basically legalizing cryptocurrencies, in a sense, making it a currency. And we'll go over that. I think I'm going to have to bring... I don't know if I actually have that up. I know I have put put it on my TikTok. So if you guys haven't followed me on the TikTok yet, please make sure you follow at New Creation Capital. Here it is. I'm going to hit the reload button. You guys can see right here some of the stuff. And this is yesterday's. I'll go ahead.
Yeah,
So,
now currencies in Russia.
It was made an announcement here in a Russian newspaper that cryptocurrencies will not be called digital financial assets in Russia, but they are going to be called a currency. Yes, crypto or digital assets is now an actual currency in Russia. Bitcoin, currency. XRP, currency. XLM, currency. Quant, currency. Not only digital assets that have utility, but they're also a currency. Big news. You better share and like this.
Bitcoin and
Let's go.
XRP are
So
now
that
currencies
guy
in
right
Russia.
there is your information on that. So that was yesterday. Russia dropped it. And then there's some other news that was dropped.
Payment on the iPhone.
I'll play it for you real quick right now. I'm going to see if I can load this up. Here we go.
Back and forth, not only between each other.
Let me mute this real quick. I got to find the quick mute button. I'm going to mute this, then I'll hit play for you.
Payment on the
Apple just
iPhone.
introduced a tap to pay on the iPhone, which allows everybody who has an iPhone to do contactless payments.
Crypto payment on the
Apple just
iPhone.
introduced a tap to pay on the iPhone, which allows everybody who has an iPhone to do contactless payments back and forth, not only between each other, but in businesses. This means we can now do crypto back and forth to each other. Let's go.
So, that's pretty interesting, right? You know, a couple little news drops. Apple go ahead and drops the big contactless payments, which we already do for businesses, right? But now we'll be able to do those contactless payments to each other, right? Which is cool. We can move crypto. I mean, shoot, don't you want to move crypto between each other? I can tell you I'm tired of sending Wells Fargo Zelle payments. I don't keep any money. I barely keep any money in the bank. So every time I have to do like bank stuff outside of, you know, bills, you have to move the money from where I am into my bank, and it's kind of a headache. And I know you got Coinbase and BlockFi, right? You got your crypto cards, but still, it's just nice. I ain't got to move money because not everybody works in crypto, right? And that's what I mean. Like, just because I use crypto doesn't mean everybody else uses crypto. So, in that case, you know, if you got your Coinbase card and you take your phone and you just tap it, tink, and you can change between each other, which is pretty cool here. And I think I'm excited about that aspect of it, mainly because, again, I am not somebody who uses the banks at all. Like, I really don't. So this for me is good. So enough for the shout out on the TikTok. That's just some of the most recent news. And by the way, there is some other breaking news going on. So before we go into the breaking news, let's go ahead and hit that. Let's go. So here's this breaking news that was kind of tweeted yesterday, and this is where I found it, so I got to give shout out to the Russian market. But here's the original tweet, right? Why is this saying lightning? I thought that was maybe I don't have the original tweet up. There's the lightning. There's some stuff from my stuff. Yeah, we're going to use the guy that I found it from. Even though RT, which is right here, this is who it's from. It's called Russian State Affiliate Media, Freedom Over Censorship, Truth Over Narrative. So this is called the RT. I really thought it was Russian Turks, but I guess that's not it. Anyway, it's here. So yesterday, a Bank of France, okay? A Bank of France factory. Are you listening to me? A Bank of France factory caught on fire in the city of Chalamir. In the city of Chalamir, 24 people had been injured. Now, is it me or is this kind of getting interesting? And why I say interesting, let me do this real quick. Why I say interesting, because you had the Bartlett fire, right? Where the guy got out of town, the CEO. It wasn't Ameritrade. So, you know, I know there's not a lot of people in the chat, but if you can remember what in Bartlett, Illinois just burnt down last week. burnt down, and then they were actually tearing it down. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to Google this real quick. And once I Google this, I'm going to show you. And then we'll jump into some TA today as well. Because, you know, I want to do some quick news. Let me tweet this out. Let people know we're live. This is the live stream. Welcome. If you haven't hit that like button yet, I appreciate you. Again, this is day 3. We're going to be doing this every single morning. Monday through Fridays, anyway. Not Saturday and Sunday. Monday through Fridays. Hit you with the morning. But this is insane to me. It says it's not clear whether cash has gone up in flames. Now, is this just not a perfect example of where everything is right now? I mean, look at it. Let me blow it up so you can really look at it. You see the guy over here with the hose, and you got the firemen. You got firemen walking down over here. I know you can't see my mouse. I don't know if you can see my mouse or not. You know, I'm never sure if you can actually see my mouse. I don't think you can because, anyway, I'm going to act like you can see my mouse. So this is the Bank of France. It's on fire. A bank factory where they print cash. And for inflation to shoot up, 7.5%? This morning announced, and then yesterday this goes up, and then you got the CBD announcements, and then you got Russia announcing that digital assets are no longer we call digital financial assets, but those things called cryptocurrencies, but will be considered currencies. And we're not saying currencies like a digital asset. We're saying currencies like currency, fiat. It's currency. It will be used, and that's how it will be taxed. Again, India taxes it at 30%, and I believe across the board we're going to see this 30% tax across the world. And if this isn't a perfect example of what is going on right now in our markets, fire, which is crazy. Man, let's see what else we got going here. Let's see. Today we are talking. You know, I thought it was right here. Did it reload? Okay. So let me see if this is my yes. This is it. Which is great. This is it. I am getting blown up on calls this morning. So I'm trying to put solar panels on my house, and so we filled out a little thing last night. And ever since this morning, I've already gotten like 8:50. Nothing but spam calls. Spam me up. Spam me up. Spam me up. Spam me up. Let's check out the charts. So here's what I see on the 4 hours where I've been really watching this. Hey, DC, what's up? I am back. I'm back. It's good to see you guys. Morning. It's about that time on the road to $10. Finally settled in. Sort of settled in. I'm trying to get settled in here, Dallas. But this is where we are. So we have still finished out. Let's go ahead and zoom out to the daily here, guys, because that's what we're looking like here. Actually, this was a 12-hour chart. This is XRP. We'll dive into some other ones here in a second. Let me move this mic just a little bit closer so make sure we got some good settled in. Make sure we got some good sound there. Okay, so this, guys, is your 12-hour. And this is, you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, blow off top for the 5, and I'm expecting a correction. Now, what I've seen here so far is something a little crazy for me. We're going to dip down to the 3-hour. Okay? Now, I like to do things called parabolic curves. And so we see here, if I do that, we see that's broken through and it kind of broke down. But then this is kind of our next stop. This is what we're watching right now. Okay? We have support here at the 50. Okay? That's the 50. If you guys follow here, you know that this area right here, the 50. Okay, on the fib, top, bottom, 50 point is what needs to hold. You can see right here a wick down above it, and it's still sitting there. That little wick was a nice little liquidation wick. Now we're seeing it. It's stuck between the 0.5 and the 0.702. This area is kind of the golden pocket. It's normally the 618 to the 786 is what they call the golden pocket. But what I call the golden pocket is the 0.5 to the 702, because that is where everything is going to go. Wishy-washy decision. Right? It rejects at the 702, then you want to see how it reacts when it comes back down to the 0.5. This is rejection at the 702, comes back, hits a 382 on the larger move, comes back up, takes the stepping stone. And this is what I like to see. So I see the stepping stone here on 82, which is 236. Stepping stone on 0.382. Come back and back test that. It was also the 618 on this move. Now it's under the 712, the 702 on one move, and on another move, it's at the 618 above the 705. So on a scale, I know that sounds like a lot, right? But on a scale right now, on a larger scale, and what I mean by larger scale, that 702 we're looking at. So yeah, this is the 50, 702 that we're right under, guys. This is from the moment of the capitulation of the bigger move. So the 1-to-1 here is from December 21st, 2nd, of $1.01. So that's the 1-to-1 target here. And since we are officially above, get that right. Since we are officially above 0.5 here, and we have not back tested yet, we got to scream bullish. However, this is what I'm watching. You see how it rejected right off of this 702 right here? Of the bigger move, that 1-to-1, a literally rejection off, and it's come back down. When we go to the 1 hour, you see bouncing off the parabolic curve. So this is what we're watching, that 0.5 again. So this section here, guys, we got to be very careful. If you're a longer or a margin person, if you're hodling, it's okay. Hodling, you know, we're on the road to $10, $15, $22. Yeah, I just slid that in there. So we're on that road. First stop, $10. Santa Fe, are you there? I hope I didn't yell in your voice because I really can't sing. And it's too early in the morning to be trying to sing. So that's just what I see. I see this. It's just exciting to see all these things coming together. And as I dig back into the news and dig back into the research and see things that, honestly, I don't really see anybody talking about. You know, Bitcoin through 100,000. Like, not this year. I'm going to say that. And I'm going to say that this year. And I actually thought we'd hit like 72,000. We never hit 72,000. We hit like 69.5. For me, that satisfies me. Now we're just waiting for the altcoins. I mean, when I say waiting, like I am loaded up, bag loaded, heavy bag waiting. Aren't you just heavy bag waiting? Man. So this is what we're seeing in the XRP. Again, we're trying to make a decision there. And another place to go look at, I'm going to pull up, that's the CME again. We see that, the 1.2, right? The break. This is again on the longer day from the capitulation of 2018. We're still following these same charts. This is a 3-day, guys. So no rush. I just want you to be able to see where we're moving to. Watch it again. This is a bunch of support right here. Doom, 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 doom. All them parabolic curves. So I'd like to see 76, 75. Do I think I'm going to get it? I got to be honest. I don't know at this moment. You know, because it has to. I mean, yeah, and that's going down because it still has to break 81. It has to get lower than 81. So that's honestly what I would see. I see if this breaks down, we get a double tap right here in this area. But here's my thing. Look, touch. I'm going to show you. This is what I look for on supports. You want to see the stair steps, right? You want to see it step, 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 step. And this is what we see here. Step. Here. Step. See that wick? 81.90. Step. We haven't taken a step back to 82.20 yet. You can see right there, but we did step here just now at 382 after rejecting here. So would I be surprised to come back down to 82, 83, 81, 80? Like this area right here, between 80, at least, yeah, 82.5 down to 79.5 is what I'd like to see happen to be comfortable, right? That's comfortable. Now, it did backtest 83 just now. This right here, that could be it. That 83.5 could be it. And I would not be mad, and then we can go. However, we have this break of this line here, and normally we have a break. Normally, right? Bull versus bear market structures are crazy because if we're going up, then shorting is never smart, which is one of these things right now. However, they also get the long liquidation wick. So you got to be very careful. Long and short liquidation wicks. So you got to be very careful when you're playing in this space. Small margin, buy and hold. You got the bottom. If you follow me, if you were following me on TikTok on January 29th, I told you the bottom was coming in that night. Buy it and go. Well, the double tap bottom, and it did. So I'm just trying to see and show you. This is not about giving signals. This again is not about paying or anything. This is just educational purposes, teaching you how I look at these things from not over my hodls, right, but for my margin trades. And that's kind of what I want you guys to show. This is not a go to my Telegram group and pay for subscription. No. If you want my services, you can be a client, right? Hook yourself up, become an accredited investor, and then you're a client. Outside of that, this is educational purposes only. For those, by the way, who know if you want to be an accredited investor, you can also go and take your Series 65. I say 664, right? Go take it. Go get it. You can take it on, let's see here. You can take it on PassPerfect.com, Series 65 exam prep. You go take it there. Sign up. You can be an accredited investor, right? And then you can come and you can work with other people. You can talk and you can do a lot more things, guys. So that whole, I got to be an accredited investor. I got to have $5 million in the bank, blah, blah. No. You can also pass the Series 65 with the SEC, and you are an accredited investor. So that's just some heads up. But this is for educational purposes only, and we are watching it. We are just straight up watching. I mean, even when we go to Bitcoin, you see that parabolic curve that we talked about? This is on the daily. It is officially broken and back tested. And then look at that. It's also testing the 1-to-1 on a bigger move. That's here. That's the top bottom, January 20th to your bottom of your 24, which we spoke about. That support breaking. It is also back tested that main support that it broke down previous to this year, okay, or previous to this month in December into January, broke down beginning January 4th. And now we're working back up trying to flip support. Then again, look what you have show up again. And this is important. I know it's a lot, but look. I'm not going to extend it, but you have this again. Boom, right there. Your 0.5, again, showing up. You see that back test right? Let me get an arrows for you guys. See that back test there on that 0.5? Boom. And it's back testing now the 1-to-1, kind of similar to XRP. The 1-to-1 to the capitulation move in the end of January, that last sell-off, right? And now we're up. 1, 2, this could be 3 or this could be 4, 5. It just depends. But I see 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. This could be 3. I don't know if that's 4. That could technically be 4 on Bitcoin. And then this could be 5. But what I'm seeing here for sure, though, is that we've already back-tested my parabolic curve here. And normally when we back-test the parabolic curve, we come down and touch a 1-to-1. Now, I don't see that here. I don't see us coming back down to 32 because that would be extremely unbullish at this point. Now, I thought, here, when we were right here beginning of the month, that was the time to come back down and touch 33. Now, I think it's plausible because we have not back tested this 0.5 yet. You got the 1-to-1 here. I wouldn't be afraid to see a wick down back test as long as we don't reject again at 42.5. After that, right, we don't come down and then reject. If we come back and then reject, that's a larger move. Okay, that 702 on Bitcoin is a larger move, and that is from December 27th down to the 24th. So you got all this capitulative moves in here. You got a point thing that we broke out, and that's where you see this massive candle right here. This candle that went from 34,000 to 41.8. That was to break out over multiple resistances. The 0.5 of this move, which is 38,300, and then a long-term resistance of 39,569 on Bitcoin. That is why you have that. So what I expect, because it's kind of stepping, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is if we do not clear 46,403 this week, then I'm not a time guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, before Valentine's Day, and you got the 702, there's a lot of resistance here. This whole line right there is resistance. So this area, guys, here could be a range bound. So you see that right there, that 39.5, that is our major of support. 40 to 39.5. I know it's $5,000 lower, so I don't really see us flying down there. But 42.95, 42.5, so 42.5 to 43,000 is where you're going to see the hold happen. Where you want to see. Again, that's this whole area here, okay? So that's what you're looking for. Remember, Bitcoin, all the altcoins follow Bitcoin, okay? They just do. I mean, I know Quant is on its own ball game. So speaking of Quant, right, this is this not my most recent? Oh, I got to log in. Hold on. I was like, what the heck? I was like, where's my Quant at? Because that was definitely my Quant. Okay, let's go here. Q and T. All right, so here's my Quant chart that we guys have been discussing Let me get this off auto so I can get it here. Make this big, right? So this is the road to 700 quant. As you see, this is back a year ago. This channel broke up. We broke out of the channel, back tested the channel, and ran 5 waves up to finish that up. But we never finished and topped. We kind of semi-topped. And we topped right below my 2.236 at 441. I think it was like 435. 430 was the top out for quant. Didn't hit my target. I was actually going to take profit at 435, and it did not get there. That's okay. But this is the road to 700. So right now we are at the $150 resistance mark, where we should see a little bit. Again, across the board, it just looks like this could be a small pullback. Just a small pullback across the board. And then off and running. But we got to have a pullback before we can go, or that nasty correction will be crazy, because come end of March, guys, I think we're going to go deep. I think we're going to run, but then there's going to be an ugly correction sometime in March, into the first quarter, into the second quarter. So try to do that. Try to lock and load. Be careful now, because, this thing is, look at this. This thing is all over the place right now. I mean, if we just go right here on the 15 minute, I mean, you can see, look at this. This is what's happening today so far. So when I said like at 7:30, it's like I set a long right here. I set a long on this back test this morning, like 7 o'clock, this area. It's like, okay, let me get in a long. I'll catch this and maybe try to get out at like 91. Well, this thing went up to 89 and then rolled over right as I was walking out the door. 7:15 is when I take my daughter to school. So it walked out, boom. So it went 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5-wave move down. You can see right there. And this is on, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To this support, made a 5-wave move down. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Question is, are we going to get a 5-wave move up and get knocked out here? Or is this a 5-wave down ABC correction? ABC before we do another ABC down. 1, 2, 3, right? Now there's that. So this is what we're looking for. We would like to see what happens here, because again, this is a reactionary zone. Again, I'll zoom out so you can see it. Reactionary zone. Came back and back tested, right? 618, which you want to see. Came back and hit the 702. The question is, now will it come back and back test on the larger move 78.1, right? Because if it breaks under this 50% right here, okay, which is 85.8, and I mean candle close, which as you can see this is on the hourly, we did not have a candle close below 85.8. If we have a candle close below 85.8, guys, we are then going to go down to 78 cents, in my personal opinion. So before I jump into some other news and go into the distributed ledger technology case here, let's go ahead and check out what has to be said in the chat, shall we? Okay, I got a couple questions here. DC, it says you're back. D, by the way, I got that panda image on Twitter. Sorry. SHR ain't good no more, but I'm liking OMI, NFT, and Metaverse projects with Marvel, DC Comics, Disney, US Postal, and other licenses. God bless you, brother, as well. Christianity, investing in crypto, well done. Thank you. Christ in Crypto is where we are. This is our morning where we talk about the Lord as well when we end the show. So if you are a friend of Christ in Crypto, and if you are a friend to Jesus, and you know that Jesus is a friend to you, hit that like button. Tap it once. If you do not like this show, you hate this show, and you hate everything about the show, hit the button 3 times. That's what I like. Really tap that button. Like, I really don't like you. Hit the like button once, twice, 3 times. If you really don't like this show, hit the button on an odd amount of times. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Does not matter. Just hit it. That's how I get it, man. That's how you got to be in this space. It doesn't matter whether you like or not. This is a space that we can talk and be free. You know, if there's 5 of us in here talking about Christ and crypto, I'm happy. One of us, the Lord will build this the way it's supposed to be built, if it's supposed to be built at all. So that's what I see. Let's see here. Hey, never ask, what denomination or non or interdenomination would you say you are? I am a follower in Jesus Christ, DC. That is the best way to end. There's no denomination. There is no split in my world. In the Bible, there is no split in denominations. You either are a follower of Christ or you are not a follower of Christ. It's that simple. right? I mean, that's what the scriptures say. So there is no, you follow Christ, but you dance a certain way, or you sing a certain way. You can't sing, or you can't eat. There's no rules. That's religion, and that's the one thing that Christ talks about. You know, I know we talk about crypto and regulation, the SEC. There's a lot of rules in that, but when it comes to Christ, there aren't rules. It's a relationship, and if you base your relationship off rules, is it really a relationship? It's a religion, and it's boring, and it's heartache, and it's heavy, and it's yokeful. It's not fun. I'm not saying following Christ is fun, but you'll be free. Big difference. My dog and my cats are outside right now, fighting in front of my front door. I can hear it. I can hear them right over there. I can hear Lolo hissing and Luna jumping. So Luna is a Mastiff Shepherd mix, and Luna is I almost said a Mancoon. Lolo's a Mancoon. That's right? That's a cat. Yeah, half Mancoon. So anyway, they're outside. They like to be in the office when I'm in here. And so while we talk, look at that. See? Boom. Look at that hold right. See? It's holding. You see it moving back up there, rejecting. So again, we got this is also a 702, so we're really, really trying to figure this out. So if that answers your question. We have here, it says, if BTC ain't hitting 100,000 this year, in your honest opinion, do you think the 4-year cycles are done, and with it, large bull, large bear markets are done? What do I think? Yeah, so are bull and bear markets done? No. Right? No, not at all. Not at all. This, like, crypto is still in a bull run, right? Sorry, the altcoins. I don't think Ethereum's in a bull run anymore. It could still hit a higher high, even though the market cap has hit a full extension. But to answer your question, Bitcoin in itself, man, the 4-year cycle. I mean, it topped. Bitcoin topped last year. 4 years in, topped. So don't let the people change the narrative because it didn't hit the targets it wanted to hit. It's still following exactly. I mean, you know, the altcoins, because altcoins aren't on the same cycle as Bitcoin. I think it's on a 4-ish year cycle, but it's not on the same cycle because it doesn't have the what? What happens? I don't know why I just split my mind. Halving, thank you. Right? The halving happens with Bitcoin. So the fact that we have the halving, that keeps it on that 4-year cycle until, you know, it's not anymore. So there were so many people during the bear market last year screaming, Bitcoin's going to go to 150, 250K, copy the fractal and put it in there. I even showed you guys how to copy that fractal from early 213 to 217, put it on top. But the issue with that is it just doesn't match anything else. And that's going in a bull market for equities, which equities right now, guys, are not in a bull market. The equities have topped. I'm not kidding. Like, the equities have seriously topped. Let's see here. This is the live chart, so we're going to go over here. We're going to go over to the NASDAQ. Okay. Here we go. So, I think this is on a 5-minute. I gotta fix this because it's a little long right now. There we go. Let's extend this out because it's a 3-minute. Money, bega boom. Okay. So we have so you see the NASDAQ here is working its way up. Back tested here this morning. Oh man, this is crazy. So this is last night. I said short the market, right? This is me wanting to short. So last night I said short, but I can't get pre-market. So the market opened up here exactly at 8:30. But you see that? It opened down. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, it opened down. So if I wanted to short this morning, I couldn't. It opened down 2%, which is a pretty big move in the NASDAQ, right? Opened down, and then it fired back up and filled that hole. So 1.64%. So what happened here is that crypto in itself, to catch up with this move here, went ahead and dumped this morning. It dumped this morning. Right there. It's a 5-minute chart, right? See that? Boom, to 8 o'clock. It dumped this morning to match the NASDAQ. So by the time the NASDAQ opened at 8:30, it was going green, back tested, and was gone. And now it's back testing this parabolic move right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now, question is, if this does not make a lower low or a higher high, I'm going to go ahead and check this real quick since we're here. You guys can just walk with me. Let's see where this extension goes. If this is it. I'm not saying it is. 42,500. Okay, that matches up very well. Let's see what else we have here. Then we're going to go over here and go on the 6 hour. What did we say? 42,400? Boom. Where are you at? Yeah, there you are. That is it. Yep, right there. 42,000. 40. Yep, 42.5. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. That's what that man. Is that what we see here? 42,500? I think so. That is what we see here for the back test. I know you guys are just watching me do what I do here, and it's kind of annoying sometimes because I don't. If you don't really know what's going on, it just looks like I'm pushing a lot of buttons. But that's what we see. You see this little short liquidation, a long liquidation, short liquidation, nice little wicks. I wouldn't be surprised again to see that just roll over and boom, come back down. But, you know, it could have just did it, picked up, and just be gone. Again, if it creates a higher high than this 1-to-1 here, which is 45.4, sorry, 45.4,500, right? Then we're going to go higher. So that's what I'm seeing there. Nothing too crazy. It just seems like we're in a position that if you were able to get the 58 cents or the 40,000 Bitcoin and buy and margin that spot, which we talked about in late January, early February, that specific area, and hold, well, my friend, you'd be doing pretty good right now. I mean, specifically in Bitcoin, if you're able to get that weekend. See, there's that. This was it right here. Went a little lower in Bitcoin. No, I didn't. Yeah, I went a little lower in Bitcoin, but not too much, right? So you're able to get it on that Tuesday, but you're up $7,000-$8,000. So I hope that was able to be you. If so, that is amazing. That is amazing. Let's go check out the rest of the charts and then jump in a little bit more news. So on the last hour, Bitcoin's up 3.1%, Ethereum 3.2%, Binance 2.4%, Cardano 2.93%, Polkadot 3%, Solana 5%, Avalanche. That's what we're seeing here. Yeah, but you know XRP's in that 6th spot. Really, there's 2 there, so it's really take away 2. It's in the 4th spot. Tether and USDC coin should not even be an issue, but it is. So, guys, I just be very, very, very careful. Very careful right now. Why? Why be careful? Because these markets are insane. It's really the NASDAQ, man. Let's go look at some news. Let's go see. Oh, that just reminded me. Speaking of news, I've got some more breaking news for you. So let's hit that button. So, breaking news, Biden administration slaps down crack pipe funding after right-wing misinformation spree. I think this is hilarious, by the way. I think this is so funny. This is why I think this is funny. Now, you guys know I just talk about news. That's because here, let me see if this actually gives me. It says Biden administration, this is the Washington Free Beacon, Biden administration to fund crack pipe distribution to advance racial equity. $30 million program will provide smoking kits to vulnerable communities. Now, they're saying here, right, that this is not correct. Like Biden's like, no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. I really, really doubt that article is going to bring it up. But, so, Department of Health and Human Services, Substance Abuse and Mental Health Administration Services. This is 2022 Harm Reduction Program grant. Okay, so this is actually what it is. The key proposals and all that. And I believe, let me see. There it is right there. Okay, so here's the thing. It says, now remember, Biden said, down. It's wrong. It's a spree. It's incorrect. However, when you dig into the actual documents for what they are doing, Here's what they're doing. Purchase equipment and supplies to enhance harm reduction efforts such as. So we're purchasing equipment. Let's zoom down. We're going to get, okay, safe sex kits. Okay, I see that. FDA approved overdose reversal, right? So if someone is overdosing on drugs, boom, hit them in the heart, epinephrine pen, whatever you got to get them. Infectious diseases testing kits, that makes sense. Harm reduction vending machines. I'm not sure what a harm reduction vending machine is, but apparently if you got money, you can walk up to a vending machine, get things out of it if you're on some type of drugs and help yourself. Okay, that's cool. I don't know about how San Francisco and California look, or LA look. Actually, yes, I do. But I guarantee you most of those people don't have money to go to the vending machines. And if they do have money to go to the vending machines, what's going on in California right now, San Francisco, LA specifically, they're just probably going to break into it. I'm not going to get into that because that is the actual news, and I don't want to get this channel banned. I can't talk about real news because I'll get in trouble. So this will probably get taken down like everything else over a year. Go back and look at some of the episodes from a year, 2 years ago, where I'm really deep diving into everything that was called conspiracy back then. You know, the COVID labs, the lockdowns, all that, to now considered real information. But they're trying to get rid of people saying they never said it. So they took that stuff down. Nancy Pelosi quotes all that. Anyway, so let's dive deep into this. Save smoking. This is it right here. Save smoking kit supplies. Now, we know that they're not talking about safe smoking cigarettes because there's no safe way to smoke a cigarette. I guess there's no safe way to smoke crack either, right? So you also have sharp disposal and Medicaid. Now, again, how do I know this? Because San Francisco and LA does it. Baltimore also has been doing these things. If you guys ever seen the movie The Wire, where they created like a drug corner, or the television show The Wire, they created a drug corner in Baltimore where lawlessness could happen, right? Very similar to what's going on right now in some of these major urban cities. Lawlessness can happen, and you're good. Just stay in this block radius. You can do the drugs, you can commit the crimes, do whatever you want. Just stay in this block radius, and the police will leave you alone. That's what's going on in California right now, Chicago right now, parts of Boston, parts of Philadelphia, definitely parts of the D.C., Virginia area. Dallas, here in Dallas, man, I'm telling you, I almost get into a car accident 2-3 times a day easily because there are no police on the floor. There are no Dallas police on this part of Dallas. I'm in North Dallas, right? So the people around here look a little different than people on the south side of Dallas, okay? But there are no police, and the people drive like there are no police. I mean, swerving, going all over the place. They don't care. There are no rules. There's lawlessness on the road here in Dallas, unless you go to like Addison or Farmers Branch or Carrollton, right? But in the city of Dallas County, the police are just really not active whatsoever. So much that when we had a package almost being stolen, an Amazon package, we called the police. They said, well, what do you want us to do about it? Like, what do you mean? We had a package stolen. Some guy went on the property to try to steal the package, but the pool guy was here, and so it startled him, and so he ran. So we got it all on camera. Talked to the police. They said, what do you want us to do about it? Well, there's someone coming randomly into our neighborhood trying to steal Amazon packages. They do not care. So when they tell you right here that there's no crack pipe funding, this is just wildly crazy. Nothing says like raising the price of insulin day one, right? That's what, blah, blah, blah. Harm reduction is still really hard, blah, 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 blah. We really, really want to help people kill themselves. Right? Like, this is what's crazy to me. This is the craziest thing, and then I'll be done with this rant, okay? The craziest thing to me about this whole thing is that no matter what, if you want to get, right? You know what that is. I'm going to smack if you see the camera or here or vax or whatever. You want to put something in your body or not put something in your body. That is your decision, period. You do what you want with your body. Christ gave us freedom. God gave us freedom to make choices all the way back to the beginning of creation. The tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? Or the tree of life. You can take from the tree of life all you want, but Adam and Eve, if you go and you take the fruit of the tree of knowledge and good and evil, then you will surely die. Physically we all die, but surely die to be separated from God, to be in sin. Sin equals death. Right? So if you want to be a sinner, we're all sinners, but if you purposely want to go out and destroy your life, that is on you. We will pray for you. We will continue to help. Lord knows I make mistakes every day. I am not a perfect, nor anywhere near a perfect person. I am a new creation in Christ, and I'm still working. This is a marathon. However, whatever I choose to do to my body is my decision. Same with yours. However, What you do with your body should not affect my paycheck. What you do with your body should not affect someone else's paycheck. If you want to put pills and poison in your body, right, then why do we have to pay for it? And that's what this is about. Sharp disposal medicational disposal kits, substance kits, including test strips for fentanyl, syringes, right? I mean, it says wound care supplies, right? And if you guys know what wound care supplies, that's, people like to pick at themselves, right? Overdose fatality review team. Grants funds may be used and not required for the following. They may be used, right? And this is the thing. So they say this is not, but this is where the evidence lies. And see, San Francisco, Seattle, that's another thing, right? And that's the thing. So that's just my thought on that. I'm done ranting. I'm done ranting on this aspect of it. I'm really done, because if you guys don't understand, the reason this channel exists right now is to give you real information, not paid information, not one side. Okay, this channel is completely skewed in one direction. That is 100% the direction of Christ. We are skewed in that direction, Christ and crypto. But in order to understand the big picture, we have to see what the Bible has said prophetically. In the end times, the lover of money, all of these things. Lovers of money, lovers of themselves, right? Do anything for clout. Speaking of clout, hit that like button if you want to. But only hit that like button if you understand why you're here. Now, we might not understand our calling, but we understand why we're here right now. And that's to become educated, to learn, to grow. I don't know. I still haven't gotten to the 10 use cases of banks. I probably should get to that soon, huh? What's up, Crypto Lee Lord Team? I'm glad you got in here, Lee. Lee, shout out. How's Houston, by the way, Lee? I know Houston is insane. How's it going down there? Good to see you here. I heard news that a new law saying politicians can't trade stocks anymore. Oh yeah, Nancy Pelosi is all on that. Can't trade stocks, Congress. They're all Nancy Pelosi. But see, here's the thing. So let's go ahead and see what Nancy Pelosi has to say on December 25th, 2021. Okay? Nancy Pelosi doesn't think that members of Congress should be banned from trading stocks. Right? That was there. Okay? Nope. Shouldn't be banned. So let's move to a month later. A month later, one day after Trump said Nancy Pelosi should be banned from stocks, she said she's open to it. She's open to it. She's open to it. What do you guys think? Hold on. Congress talking about banning trading. Let's see here. Congress moves to ban. Oh, this is 1 day ago. So you said you heard a rumor there? Well, let's go ahead and see what this rumor is. 1 day ago. Congress moves to ban members from trading stocks as Pelosi drops opposition. She is no longer fighting it. You know why? Because, guys, the top is in. The top is in. The top is in. So, yeah. I heard the news from the Bearable Bull. The weather is as bipolar as crypto in Houston lately. Yeah, right? Man, I heard you guys got cold weather down. That blew my mind. DC says, we're living in the last days and Jesus is coming back any day now. How do I know it? Because 2,000 years ago when Jesus departed, from that point on, it was also the last days. Yeah. He says, in those last days, right? In the last days, and that's Matthew. He does a lot about the parables. Kingdom of heaven is like. Curses the fig tree. Man, you just make me want to dive into here, DC. When you guys are in here, I'm going to dive in. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and... Should I do this tomorrow? Well, well, normally the last 10 minutes I like to talk about Christ on here. So we didn't even get to the 10 use cases for central banks. But if you have been watching this for a while, then you would have been able to see this pop up, right? So retail central bank digital currency, CBDCs. I might save this for tomorrow. What do you think? Should we do this tomorrow morning and really break that down, even though it's here? It's on here, so I guess I should talk about it because we never got to it. IMF top 10 uses. So retail central bank digital currency, CBDC. Wholesale central bank digital currency. Interbank security settlements. Payment system resilience and contingency. Bond issuance and lifecycle management. Know your customer and anti-money laundering. Information exchange and data sharing. Trade finance, cash, money, supply chain. Customer, SEPA, creditor identification provision. Now, this is what they want to use distributed ledger technology for. And that's what this is. That's XRP, right? That's B-chain. It's anything with the DLT, H-bar, Algo, or I should say Algorand, Hedera hash graph, right? Quant. These are how they plan on using those things. So do this. This is not new. This specific thing is not new. This is from 2019. So I keep it up. It's just one of those things that I wanted you guys to see and be a part of. Just to understand that DLT is there. Because it is now 9:50, I got to dive into what I normally do at 9:50. It is what it is. And what that means is it's a shameless plug time. Shameless plug for Learning to Love in the Wilderness. It's a book I wrote, a 40-day journey of discovery and learning to love myself by accepting the love of Jesus. Right, DC? We know that. Accepting the love of Jesus. Christian Israel is the author. That's me. Kind of get a good idea of the rawness and why I am who I am now, why I'm here right now talking about Christ and crypto. Again, it doesn't mean, I'm perfect every day. Lord knows I'm not perfect any day. There is no day that I am perfect. There is no day that I don't sin. There is not a single day where I fail. But that's why Christ is here. That's why. All it takes for one messed up Antichrist to flip the switch and gain control of CB. Man, yeah. You know what? I'm going to try to figure out how to talk about that. I think I want to talk about... I talked about United Nations and the Antichrist and IBM and all those deep, but they took all those down. But we are going to dive back into there. We are going to dive back into that. Maybe not at this moment, but eventually. So, shall we? Let's throw this chart on so we can watch this. We're doing a 5-minute. Get a good idea what's happening. And then, let's dive in. Let's open a page. Shall we? Shall we open a page? Let's get this on the minute chart. That would just look better. Boom. Got a good idea. Now I'm going to open up a page here. Let's see here. This is, day 15. So, I think I'm going to just read a couple pages to you. Okay, it's page 68, day 15, January 3rd, 2018, 12:31 p.m. Part of a book I wrote. So, hit that like button, guys. Trying to get to 10 likes. The most we've gotten so far was on Monday or Tuesday at 11. 11 likes, so we can beat that every day. Just one little bit better. Just every day, just a little bit better. So, just a little bit better every single day. I want to make sure that we don't have something running here with sound. And look, there it goes right now. It is breaking down as thought. So, in bed last night after lockdown, I enjoy... Oh, let me get a drink real quick before I start this. My mouth is already dry. Man. Makes my eyes water and everything. It says here, excuse me. In bed last night after lockdown, I was enjoying the Christian Contemporary Music channel. I began to think about the last entry I wrote and the fact that I can feel my confidence coming back. I started to ponder what that meant, what benefits might occur now that my confidence is coming back, what that would do for my goal to love Jesus with all my heart, mind, and soul. What would that do for my goal to accept the love of Jesus? Having confidence will help you get over the bitterness I talked about before. Having confidence will help us forgive others. Confidence is excuse me. I am really man. Let's try that one more time. See if I can get some confidence, because I was really, really struggling. Super struggling. So what is confidence? Let's see what the handy dandy Webster's dictionary has to say. Confidence, noun. The feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. Firm trust, a feeling of assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Trust is a feeling of reassurance or certainty. Oh, those words make my skin crawl. Trust, assurance, certainty. I'm not sure I have fully trusted anyone or anything before, especially myself. Assurance? The only thing I could be sure of is that everything can go wrong, seems to always go wrong in my life. And certainty? I'm certain of the things I stated. No way am I confident. I better see what the Bible says. Maybe I will be able to see through a different pair of eyes. I decided to turn on my TV to see what was on before I grabbed my Bible. Pastor Stephen Fargo of Elevation Church was just starting to preach a sermon titled, Don't Lose Your Confidence. All I could do was smile and look up to the heavens. The pastor gave me the exact thing I was getting ready to research in the Bible. Therefore, do not throw away your confidence, which has a great reward, for you have a need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised. For yet a little while, and the coming one will come and will not delay. But my righteousness shall live by faith. One shall live by faith. If he shrinks back, my soul has no pleasure in him. But we are not of those who shrink back and are destroyed, but of those who have faith and preserve their souls. Well, if there was ever an answer to what I should do with that confidence question that I've been trying to build, there it was. God is telling us to have patience because he takes pleasure in those who are confident in him. As the author writes, there is a great reward for not throwing away confidence. This is Hebrews. It might take a while to see the fruits of our confidence, but if we keep moving forward with the confidence of our Lord and living by righteousness and faith, he will show himself to us. The word tells us to hold on to that confidence because it will produce faith, and we need faith to receive the promises from our God. So what is faith? Now, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. In other words, faith is a settled confidence that something is in the future. Something that has not yet been seen but has been promised by God will actually come to pass because God will bring it about. The word faith is thrown around a lot these days. It is like the word love, which we talked about yesterday. People have faith in their basketball, football, or baseball teams to win a championship. People have faith in their own abilities to accomplish a certain feat or task. People have faith that their spouse will love them back as much as they love them and that they will be faithful to them in return. However, faith in a biblical sense is not a blind trust in the face of contrary evidence. It is not an unknowable leap in the dark. Rather, biblical faith is a confident trust in the eternal God who is all-powerful, wise, and trustworthy, whose promises have been true since Adam and Eve, Abram and Sarah, and up to the birth of Christ through his resurrection. God will never leave you or forsake you. Do you hear those words? I want to express the ultimate love. I want to be a part of it, and I want to share it with others. When we learn of the true love of God and can bask in it, it will show through us. It will shine through us. Let's recap. Yesterday, we started to learn that our confidence begins to build when we start to let go of our bitterness, because that bitterness leads to the things that are not produced by God. Once we go deeper into the word, we can see that confidence creates a stronger faith, which produces trust and helps us persevere in the hardest of times. We have hope in our loving God, and he will never leave us nor forsake us. This perseverance gives us courage to do the things we know we could not do on our own, the things we can only do with him, like learning to love ourselves completely by accepting the love of Jesus first. So we can say confidently, the Lord is my helper. I will not fear. What can man do to me? Whew, how good is that? While you are reading this, I hope your confidence is growing in the Lord, just as mine is growing with every word I write. So before I leave you to meditate on today's entry, I want to leave you with a few verses from Proverbs. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Do not be afraid of sudden terror or the ruin of the wicked when it comes, for the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught. Your confidence. The Lord is your confidence. I hope you guys have really, really enjoyed today. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. Just going back and reading this and how far I've been, I can imagine that you guys have been through something. We've all been through something, right? It's one of those preacher things. If you've been through something, hit the like button or share this, right? But we've been through something. This is my something. And this is why I'm still standing today. I'm standing because my confidence is in Christ. What can man do to me? What can man do to you? So, that's our show for today. That is the wrap up. To answer your question real quick, DC, yes, I've been in CRO. I took profit at 96 cents for CRO. I was in that for a long time. So, besides that, guys, thank you, DC. Thank you, Crypto Lord. Alex Bull didn't stop by today, but Dr. CEO did. Bullish on XRP definitely stopped by today, guys. So I appreciate all of you stopping by. Like that it means much. And it's 10:01. So it's time for me to get on my day, start my day, and I hope you were able to start your workday today. And I hope it went well for you, and I appreciate you all. Till then, guys, remember, God loves you. I love you. This is your boy, Christian Israel. Until next time, God bless, guys. See you later. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and do the thing that people do on social media. At Twitter, at TikTok, New Creation Capital. Let us know, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Later, guys.
Friends then, but they ghosted me. Thought I wanted to win, I didn't know it then, but those evil spirits were coaching me. Why was I stuck on rap? Why did I trap? Why did I think the more crazy I get, the more trash I spit, they would listen to that? Spiritual influences. There's really no more signs that's hid. They're treating money like it's God. It shows you what times we're in. Sodom and Gomorrah will look at y'all like